this point, they're gonna like, make their way over to the Ferris wheel, and if you want to ride with Thor, you may. Is Chrono hanging out, or is he actually also going?
No, seeing those two go off on their own, I'm gonna go teleport above Nave. Just kind of keep a bit of a bird's eye view to watch the show.
Is there anything in particular you wanted to talk to Thor about, specifically, Odin? Otherwise, I'm going to shift back.
Nah, he's just kind of asked questions, and usually a lot of questions that Odin asks is usually it's in character, but like a lot of them are like hits in character of like how you doing, how you doing in the realm of gods, which is Odin speaking, or how you doing out of the game.
I see. Yeah, I get it. So Thor's going to say, "Oh, things are going quite well, Father. I'm especially looking forward to the parade today, though, at the festival. I heard that the floats are going to be especially vibrantly colorful this time around."
Ah, yes. Me too.
"And things are going well with you in the other realm?"
Let's just say, being the All-Father means I have to deal with a lot of stuff there.
"Oh, I see," she says. "Anything that I can help you with, Father?"
Nothing you need to worry about. Just keep living your best life. Pat on the back.
"Oh, I intend to. I definitely intend to." Nave, just out of curiosity, where are you and Forrest now? Just so I know.
Well, I have some preparation done. So as soon as I know that there's some tricks to do going on, I actually leave behind some sort of illusion of myself near Yellow, that's just watching and walking together with Yellow, but not interacting, just quietly watching basically what Nate was doing before already, just using his time to just get to know the skills of the ones that are near him. In the meantime, that's like a passive illusion that I'm just maintaining. And I'm on myself, I'm gonna do like an illusion that just changes how I look, and I'm gonna turn myself into just a Chinese bystander. Just standing near some stands with some food stands or whatever, and just keeping an eye out on strange things happening while my very obvious magician-like person is wandering around.
Yeah, no, that's smart. Okay. So, Forrest, are you conversing with this illusion? Are you aware that this is an illusion? How is this working?
Well, do I see it happen?
Right. Is Yellow aware of this being that you're fake?
I think so. Yeah, probably. So it would be really quickly just to make sure that as soon as he knows that there's duel going on, immediately just change up the playground action. So Yellow would have seen that something's going on. Yeah, something's changing.
Okay. So, Yellow, where are you going with the illusion? Dave, where do you want to go next?
Well, I'm actually wondering if I should start disguising myself too, but I think I'm gonna wait off for that. But I think I'm just gonna go to the dance floor a little bit with like the big Chinese dragon little show that's going on.
Yeah, that's where live stream is right now.
Live stream?
Sure.
Yeah. Does the dragon look real?
No, it's what you would expect from a real life like dragon. The people inside the dragon, like multiple people in the dragon, they're just kind of, dancing around, and live stream will recognize at least Nave almost immediately. He probably knows who you are too, but Nave was the one who definitely has reached out to Livestream before, and Livestream will say, "Well, if it isn't the Knave of Diamonds himself, good to see you."
And there's no reaction.
There's no reaction?
No, it's just a walking illusion. I don't know if he's talking
All right. The live stream sort of repeats, is something wrong with your friend? He says, looking towards Yellow.
Yes, unfortunately there was an accident. He's mute now, unfortunately. So.
Oh. Well, that's a shame.
Can't talk.
I imagine that must put a damper on his performances then. I was hoping he'd be able to put up another show, maybe, here at the festival.
No.
Well, he probably could put up another show, but probably wouldn't be able to just talk.
Do I see that you're like standing still and just chosen a spot to stay for a while?
For now, I think, yeah.
And Illusion Nave is gonna start an illusionary show.
Oh, that's an illusionary show.
Because the only I
That is so
just
meta,
see
I
what's
love it.
happening, so I just see that. Oh, they're standing still, right?
Yeah, what are you trying to do? Like, what's your show? How are you starting
It's like
things off?
just basic stuff like just pulling
Yeah.
a rabbit out of his hand, making pigeons appear. So some fireworks, maybe a rainbow
Okay.
that she just makes out of nowhere. Just really basic stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so we'll say that when you're doing some basic tricks, you pull out the hat to pull a rabbit out of it, and just before you reach into the hat, this large banana cream pie like flies out of it and attempts to hit you in the face. Attempts to. But because you're an illusion, it just kind of goes right through you.
Yeah.
And then there's this big pie on the floor now.
Could I try to intercept
Yeah, it
the
just goes
pie
through.
so it doesn't hit the illusion?
Oh yeah, you can. You can try that. You can try that. Go ahead and roll a.
Would that
what
be?
would that be?
Like
Dex.
a fighting check, or
I mean, that is like a feat to intercept, but then again,
oh, okay.
but this is
Oh,
also
do you need a feat?
this is
then
also
you-
not an attack, so it's technically
Right. It's not.
so-
I
so
mean,
doesn't-
it is, but it isn't. Yeah.
So
Roll your dex and let's see what you get. I think that's
Will this just be a straight dex or acrobatics?
acrobatics. I think is fine. Yeah, sure. Why not?
19.
Yeah. You can like zoop, get a hold of the pie if you'd like.
Okay, grabbing the pie and just, wow, amazing. Key lime. My favorite. It acts like it's totally not.
I'm going to say that with a poof, this figure actually jumps out of the pie, starts really small, but then pops out of the pie, lands on his feet right next to Abe's illusion, and I'm gonna say that Livestream will react to this and say, well, it looks like we have a challenger. Knave of Diamonds has a challenger, if it isn't the mischievous Loki himself. And there's gonna be like some cheers from the crowd. Clearly he has a fan base. Clearly they know who this person is, and you know, he's just gonna put up his hands and say, yes, citizens of Sci-Fi City, I am here to entertain with the finest of tricks and pranks. I officially would like to challenge, at least give a chance to some of the little people, some of the little pranksters there. This knave of hearts, knave of clubs. What are you again? Who are you? Loki asks.
Do I assume I see this happen? Well, from my
Yeah, I'm
hidden
assuming.
stance? Yeah, I'm
I'm assuming you.
So the illusion sound is gonna just stay still for a while I'm walking towards what's happening.
Sure.
And as soon as I'm just like switching, because I'm stopping sometimes, just stopping for a moment, and then interact a little bit with the illusion. And I'm going to say with it, I'm gonna make the sound illusion as well.
Sure.
Knave just saying, well, I, the Knave of Diamonds, accept your challenge, Loki. While I'm still trying to get closer, and as soon as I'm kind of near, is there something that Loki does himself?
He's pretty confident, and so he's a little, a bit narcissistic as well. So pretty much he's gonna say, all right, Knave of Diamonds, a trickster's duel it is, because I am a fair and generous kind of person. By this point, I think Fabulous Thor will have finished the ride on the Ferris wheel and will be there with Odin the Allfather, and Thor's just gonna snicker a little bit when Loki is saying all this, and says, I will let you propose the terms of this duel.
It's at that point that I'm just getting quite close, I think. And as soon as I'm near, this Loki figure. As my regular Chinese form, I'm just gonna tap on his shoulder. Does he turn around?
Yeah, he'll turn around and he will say, "Oh," he says, "autographs. I will gladly give out autographs as soon as the duel is over." He says towards you.
And the Chinese figure is gonna just say, "I'm sorry, sir. Might I interest you in a new watch?" And I'm just gonna show my watch. And he has to make a will save. Because I'm using my affliction ability.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice. He does have goodwill. So he has to defeat a what? I'm sorry.
20.
His will is decent. So let's see what he gets.
I have the moon card.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure that's him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can
so I'm gonna
definitely
use that moon card now.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
+2 bonus to interactions with him, I think.
Yeah, +2 bonus. Or in this case, if I was making a save, it would be a -2 penalty in this case. Okay, so you're in luck with a -2 penalty. He does not realize that it's an illusion. So what happens? He
All right. So basically, it's how much did he roll? Because it works with failures.
Oh, so he's just under. So it was. You said he has to beat a 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a 19 total. Like if you include
nice.
the
Okay.
penalty, if you include the penalty, it's a 19. He's just underneath.
Yeah. If he has one failure, that means that he's enthralled. Entranced, I think.
Okay, so he's
stunned and can't take any actions other than paying attention to the entrancing effect. So visually, it would be the watch itself is like slowly starting to swing while he's entranced by it.
Sure. Yeah, it's a nice looking. He says that is a nice looking watch you have there, sir.
And then because the ability itself has the bonus of just adding on, so he has to keep making saves. And every time he fails, it's just 1 degree further. And I'm just going towards controlled. So I want to control him.
Okay. All right, we'll see if he fails again. He still has the -2 penalty. Yeah. He says, "Wait a minute, sir." He just does a this, and then he does a this. I see what's going on here. You thought you would be able to pull one over on me, pull the wool over my eyes. I think not. Knave.
And I'm just dropping the illusion, and the normal illusion is just standing there. Keep standing there, so there are 2 knaves now. Well, it seems, my good friend, that you've caught me red-handed. Terribly sorry. And I'm gonna just teleport away, because I have the ability to teleport.
He says, "You're not going to stand here and actually continue with the duel?" He says, calling out to the crowd. And are you just leaving the scene without actually dueling?
Oh no, I'm just teleporting somewhere within the crowds, and I'm starting to make more illusions of Knave. Just here and there.
Oh, nice. You're making more illusions of Knave. And
I'm gonna make him say stuff like, "Well, easiest duel of my life. There is nothing to worry about. Oh, this man is going to lose so easily. Loki, that's a low-key illusionist, am I right?"
I'm gonna say several of the crowd starts laughing. Go ahead and roll Intimidate, I guess. Plus your +2 bonus, your +2 moon bonus. Nice.
While they're distracted, can I reach into my bag and grab something and try to use it coherently or covertly?
Sure, you can. Sure. It won't phase him. Like you're trying to get him all rattled, but it doesn't seem to phase him. Yellow, are you trying to do something?
Yeah, I'm gonna reach into my coat of many pockets and pull out this little fiber mesh. It kind of looks like it, and I'm gonna throw it on myself, and it starts to cling to my form and kind of spiderweb itself down, and my form begins to shimmer, and I look like a really big knave of diamonds.
Oh.
My size doesn't change, but I look like him. So.
So you're also another person that looks like the Knave of Diamonds, in addition to the illusory.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're just another person.
I'm taller.
But you're okay. But
It
you're
doesn't change
taller
my
for some reason.
size.
Fair enough.
Slightly taller, Nate.
Yeah.
Reminds me of one of those bad things where it's like, what is
Okay.
it? And it's
Yeah, it's like
Right. Yeah. I think he's gonna look at the crowd and he's gonna notice that there's one that's clearly like off the beaten path compared to the other illusories. And I think Loki will look right at you, yellow, and it says, "Do you take me for a fool? Do you take me for a fool?"
Why, yes, I do.
He will then snap his fingers and he will disappear as well. And now that he's not in view, what do you do?
So, question. So me and Thor are looking at this, right?
Yeah.
Odin goes, should we step in?
No! She says, I'm actually rather entertained by this. Who do you think will win?
I mean, Loki's very impressive, but you know what they say: double the pride, double the fall.
Either way, I'm happy to watch whatever the outcome is of this contest.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, I want to turn on my infrared vision and see if I can still see Loki, his heat signature, as well as Knave.
Yes, you can see Loki's heat signature. So he is effectively invisible, but he is physically there.
So,
go ahead.
oh, sorry. I was going to say I could actually do something similar, but I want to make sure I'm not. I want to make so we're not like we're like how far are we from them? Or like 30 feet, 40 feet?
I mean, sure. Or why not?
The reason for this is because I want to activate something without it affecting them, so I can just see what's happening. And basically, he tells like Thor that let's back up for a moment. I don't want other people caught up in this. And he goes, yes, Gungear, Form 2, Spellbreaker. And now he turns into this. So the gold and purple kind of shift to more like muted colors.
Sure.
So it's like magic is being like flowed out.
Sure.
And anyone in the 30-foot radius, which is why he's out, so the crowd doesn't kind of get it, is not affected by all magical effects. And if you're hit by a magical effect, you can rebound it. You can rebound it. Roll to rebound it.
So that means everyone would not be affected by the illusions? Within 30-foot radius of you would not.
Yeah,
see
that's
the
why
illusions?
he's backing up, so he doesn't get the crowd, so the crowd's not like affected by it.
Oh,
So
okay.
illusions,
So
right?
Yeah, so if it's anything that's magical illusion, so for example, if Forest is not a magic and it's like tech, it doesn't work.
right.
But if it's magic, it gives me immunity to it.
So all you're doing is you're just trying to make it so you can see through all the illusions only?
Yeah, the thing is
Is that all you're
I
doing?
don't have
Okay.
selective, which is why I told Thor, hey,
Got
let's
it.
back off. That's why I was asking
Okay.
how far we were, so I didn't get the crowd in. Because if I did with the crowd, it would ruin what's happening.
Okay.
So I know what's happening.
So you just want to see what's actually going on.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you can see that Loki is running around trying to do his next trick. And you know where Abe actually is, I guess.
This looks very less than unimpressive, just seeing these two guys run around do their thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
Two idiots just thinking, whoa, we're playing.
And just a really big Knave of Diamonds just standing there.
So I think that what Loki's going to try to do next is he's actually going to try to mess with all of the illusionary knaves. Even though it is an illusion, I think he can manipulate those illusions too to do whatever it is that he wants at the moment. So I think what he's going to do is transform or like morph each of the Aves such that his teeth start to grow really, really long, like these buck teeth, to make him almost look like a chipmunk. And I think that's going to cause the crowd to just start laughing at Nave, because he does look really ridiculous in that form.
How would that affect mine, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
It would affect you. Yeah. So you look like a chipmunk now.
Nice.
Or a beaver, whatever.
All right.
What do you do instead?
I'm gonna do
Because you can't see him right now at the moment.
I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. So I'm just gonna make my own illusions while they're changing and the teeth are growing. I'm just starting to give them these 2 Loki horns, the typical helmet.
Okay.
And just the face that slightly changes into Loki himself, and just tears on his face, and just gonna make him cry. My teeth are so big, and I can't even win a simple illusion duel. I have to just go away and give up already. I'm gonna try to. There's an action called feint to just get him on a wrong footing, because I'm trying to. Yeah, just make him just make him a little bit vulnerable for something that I can do if I can find it.
Yeah. So do you have to roll for that, or do I roll against
that?
This
would be my deception versus his deception, or insight, whichever is better.
Okay.
And my deception is...
So you get a +2 bonus to this.
26.
Oh my gosh.
+2, 26.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2. So you definitely beat him. Mm-hmm. So what happens?
So I've envisioned that he's like got really into damaged by the fact that his image is getting destroyed in this public, and just maybe his movement is starting to give away, or maybe
where he is.
Maybe just noises of him can't stay quiet or something.
Yeah, so he does seem really frazzled, because again, this is a very egotistical man. Mm-hmm. So the fact that these people are actually laughing at him seems to be a big stab into his gut, basically. Mm-hmm. So you do kind of see that a person kind of stumbles over as if somebody had just run into them by accident. So you can kind of see, he's over there in that direction. Yeah. You still can't see him physically, obviously, but you at least have an idea of where he is now.
All right. I'm just gonna keep an eye on that spot while I'm just myself illusions, just moving between other people, trying to get closer.
Okay. You don't want to actually do anything targeted towards him?
If I can get close, yeah. If I can get close and have some... I have an ability create as well. So I'm just gonna make the same pie and just try to smile in the invisible face if I can find it.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to roll for that, right? You just automatically succeed?
I don't know, yeah. It's up to you.
Yeah.
It might be some sort of attack or something. But...
Yeah, so you basically try to triangulate things to try to see where he is, and you create this big pie, and it actually does hit him in the face. So you do see this semi warm cream mess that shows the outline, I guess, of Loki, and he actually ends up slipping and falling on some of the cream that falls on the floor as well, which makes him appear, and everyone just continues to start laughing at him. And Loki at this point, or Thor at this point, is just saying, "Oh, this is bad. This is really, really bad for him." But Thor doesn't seem to be upset.
It just goes, double the pride, double the fall as I look at him.
Loki's just going to try to brush off the cream, but at this point, his ego has just been struck so hard.
Well, I'm just putting extra effort in it. I'm just making the illusion say, and I can't even make tasty pies.
I think at this point, this is when Odin steps up so that his area of effect starts hitting everyone to have them not see the illusions. This is also the first time you guys have seen. I think Forrest has seen his form change to his form 1, but you haven't seen form 2. So you see Odin come in just in black and white, and almost as if you walk in, almost as if magic is not affecting you anymore. And he goes, a wonderful duel, as ever.
Loki's just gonna stomp over to Abe. You haven't revealed yourself yet, have you?
Yeah, but right now, as soon as I see that I won the zoo, I'll just teleport on like a small building or something, just a higher spot so everyone can see me. And just like very confident, just sitting on the side of the roof.
People are going to cheer and start like shouting your name. Knave of Diamonds, Knave of Diamonds. And Livestream is going to add it to ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have a winner of the official Tricksters Duel here at the Street Festival. And Loki's just going to have a little bit of a tantrum at this moment. And he's going to like shout out to you and says, You, sir, are officially my Nemesisisisisis.
He has a lot of them.
Well, I'm looking forward to the next duel, though I must say that I don't really have much to fear, actually.
Thor kind of yells out towards you and says, You have to be careful, Knave of Diamonds. He has several of them. He has a nemesis, a nemesisisis, a nemesisisisis, a nemesisisisis, but you're the nemesisisisis. So just be careful.
Well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, they say. Huh? I have to meet these nemesisisis.
He says, One of these days, Knave of Diamonds, I will get you and I will get you good. You won't know, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon, when you least suspect it. Oh yes. You mark my words.
Well, looking forward to it.
And with that, he will poof away. And Thor will say, Well, I suppose I should go look for him, because otherwise he's just going to be depressed for the next several days. I think that one particularly stung.
I'm just gonna yell out to the crowd. Can we have one final round of applause for the best, at least you tried, effort that I've seen in quite some time. I'm just gonna...
People are gonna laugh and golf clap.
I'm also gonna be bowing and still in my disguise.
Ugh.
Don't know how that works, but...
Odin is just gonna steal his form back up to Form 0.
Mm-hmm.
I'll remove my disguise too. Yank the mesh off and have it recharge.
People are gonna continue, like, wherever Knave goes, they're going to just, give you a congratulations, and they're gonna say, great job, be like putting Loki down a peg, because, he has a lot of fans, but he also had a lot of people who, really would love to see him, have his butt handed to him.
Definitely.
Yellow, shortly after, the Trickster's duel happened, because your sharp eyes will notice that Root Canal is still over at the shrine area by the pond. Normally people at the festival, they're just, going from one place, hopping from one place to another. But this whole time she's still been there, and she has a very, solemn look on her face. Just FYI.
Alright, I think I'd pick up on that and see what's up. Definitely keeping my distance, but kind of see if there's anything, like maybe if the shrine is to a specific deity, or if she's she has a photo or something. Or...
Yeah, you'll go over there, and now that you've gotten closer to the pond, it's a very beautiful part of the festival. As I said, there's a lot of these floating lanterns on the pond, and the shrine itself is it's relatively large because it does let people place photographs of different people on the shrine. And there's a big sign up above the shrine that it's got I would say Chinese lettering in it, but there is a translation underneath the Chinese lettering that says, "A shrine to those we couldn't save." It's a shrine to those we couldn't save. And there's a little instruction that says that you can write something in the lantern. Could be your thoughts, a prayer, a message for the departed. And you can send it along into the pond just to honor those that, as heroes, you weren't able to save. Basically, is the reason for this shrine. I'm gonna say that that the dentist, or excuse me, root canal, she doesn't actually notice you approach unless you want to make your presence known. But she seems to be like looking at a photograph right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get close enough to see what the photograph is, but if I have to make myself known, then I will.
You take a look at the photograph. It's a average-looking gentleman. I would probably say middle-aged. Right now, the photograph is a photograph of him playing catch, like throwing a ball around, to what you would presume might be like his son. Son probably looks about 6 years old, 7 years old in the photo.
I don't recognize these people.
I would say you wouldn't recognize any of them. No, you wouldn't recognize any of them.
I'll take a few steps forward, kind of trying not to invade her personal space, but just off to the side, and kind of lean over the pagoda and look out over the water, watching the lanterns drift.
The root canal will finally notice you, and she'll say, "Oh, Yellow. Is that you, dear?"
I see your eyes are as good as your teeth.
How long were you standing over there?
Oh, I don't know, actually. Not too long. Don't think longer than a minute.
I apologize if I was a little distracted. You should have said something.
No, I wanted you to have your moment.
So, enjoying the festival? She asks.
I think so. Sometimes it's really weird being around so many people. Kind of like it, though.
I see. Yellow, I don't know if you're a particularly deep person, but do you mind if I ask you a deep question?
Sure. How deep are we talking? Like, pond or like a trench or something?
Well, deep is in something that I have just been putting a lot of thought lately, and was wondering if you ever felt the same way. When you live in our world, a world full of heroes, have you ever felt like you needed to find your own place in all of this? Your purpose, how you can uniquely provide to society as a hero. I'm not just talking about your unique powers. I mean, we have a responsibility to the people of this city. And part of that is knowing where exactly you fit in all of this. Am I making any sense? Have you ever felt anything like that before?
Like you just don't fit in?
Or just knowing where. Not that you don't fit in, just knowing where exactly you fit.
No, I understand that. I think a lot more than some people would, at least.
Oh? Do you mind me asking if I'm not prying too much?
Well, in this world, I am someone who was taken from their family at birth and raised to be a killer, you know? It's spy, cool. So I never really fit in anywhere.
Did you end up in this line of work out of necessity? Or was it because you desired to be in the position you are?
You know, it's kind of fun. At first, it was just, I was seeing what it was all about, and then now I'm here, and it is fun.
I will agree with you there. There is an adrenaline rush. It's exhilarating, after all. You know, Yellow, when I first became Root Canal, I wanted to... This sounds very typical. I wanted to change the world. Dentists, they have this negative stigma. They've always had this negative stigma for generations. Do you know how prevalent dentophobia is to the common population? So many people fear us, fear dentists. And I wanted to change that perspective. That was what I felt was my part in all of this, my niche. And so I started fighting crime. And it felt good. I mean, it really, really felt good. I mean, I was happy just being a dentist, helping people smile. I mean, what a gift that is, right?
Okay. Well, your reasoning there is you want people to be less afraid of dentists, but then you start beating criminals up with dentistry stuff. So wouldn't that make people more afraid of dentists?
I guess if you wanted to spin it that way, at least at the time, when I'm out there saving people, I find other ways to make people smile. Saving their lives, for example. I mean, that was next level for me, at least. I wasn't just happy, I felt fulfilled.
It's a good feeling to have.
Anyway, I got so eager with my heroic duties that over time I started neglecting my duties at the dentist's office. I started neglecting my patients. If something was happening in the city, I would cancel my appointments with them. Sometimes the day of. Other times, right when they were on their way over to their appointment. But you know, what's more important? Having your appointment canceled, or the fact that a group of innocents are being held hostage on the roof of Sci-Fi Tower? At least that's how I justified it at the time. She then looks towards the picture of the gentleman with the son playing catch. And she says, so one day I was doing a routine procedure, removing someone's wisdom teeth, when I got a call that there were a bunch of hooligans assaulting a homeless person down the street. So I figured I'd only be gone for a little while and I'd be right back. So I left my patient there, knocked out unconscious on the chair, all by himself. Well, he ended up waking up shortly after, a bit earlier than usual, but he was still deeply under the effects of the anesthesia and wasn't thinking straight. In a haze, he wasn't sure what he was doing there, and he wandered outside of the office to go home. He immediately went to the subway, and just as the train was pulling up to the platform, he fell. He survived, but they ended up having to amputate both of his hands. One at the wrist, the other just above the elbow. That moment right there still haunts me to this day.
Man, that is... man, I couldn't really tell you. I've never really messed up before. Especially not like that. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's just one story. I mean, one of many stories, she says, looking at the shrine. How about you, Yellow? Was there ever that one person that you wish you could have saved, but you didn't?
Well, I wasn't really in line of saving people at that point. So it's not like I really could have.
It was either you'd accomplish your mission or not.
More like I didn't have a mission to accomplish. I wasn't doing that then. And accidents happen. I was training and I heard someone I kind of cared about.
I see. How badly did you hurt this person? Permanently?
I think it's permanent. At least they won't be alive long enough to know if it is permanent or not, I don't think.
Well, I just made a contribution to the pond, and I'm not saying that you have to, but it definitely has helped me, sort of as a way to apologize, even if apologies are not necessary or can be received by the other person, but it might make you feel better.
The thing most people get wrong about apologies is most people apologize for themselves. They say sorry so they feel better. It's not because it's the right thing to do.
That's
living
fair.
with something like that on your conscience is terrible. I've heard the phrase, the best apology isn't worded, but it's a change of behavior. And I don't know. That's hard, but if people see you're changing, or at least trying.
Have you? Since then? Changed, I mean.
I think so.
Well, I think that's inspiring. I appreciate you taking the time to chat, Yellow.
Have you changed?
Well, that's a good question. In many ways, I've had to change. Out of necessity, I've had to change.
I can understand that.
I think that I'd like to believe that I changed because I wanted to, not just because I needed to, but now that you mention it, I'm starting to question that as well.
Well, I don't know. I'm not good at this.
No, I think you're very good at this. Yellow, really, thank you for being such a good friend. I feel like I know you very well. Maybe in another life, we're friends.
That is the thing. Yellow and Forest look a lot like each other, so it's fairly easy to connect the dots.
Out of character, you're noticing that even though you have to stay in character, you can still be kind of meta without actually being like directly meta, which is clearly what's happening.
That's what's happening.
Which I know so that you can kind of do, which is kind of, I think it's really interesting when you can pull that off, especially if I'm giving hints as to who this person is in real life.
I don't know if I've met them yet or not.
You don't know.
No, I don't.
That's the beauty. You don't know who is who yet.
But I will turn from my leaned position on the pagoda stand, and do you have to like make your own lantern, or are they just hanging and you can grab one?
They have them hanging, and there's like scrolls that you can write on, really nice like quills that you can write on and do whatever you'd like. Write whatever you'd like and send it off into the pond.
With her watching, I'm going to grab one and I'm going to inscribe on one of the pieces of paper.
Yeah.
Just an apology to my father.
Okay.
And as I lean down to let it go, I look back to her and... Would you like to help?
Sure. Whatever you need.
And wordlessly, just together, kind of giving it a little push into the middle of the pond.
Yeah, you'll push it out, and it'll start joining the array of lights that are into the pond, and the pond is a little bit brighter than it was before you interacted with it. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, I would like to ask the other three to please roll me a perception, hearing or seeing, whichever one is larger for you or better for you. 13? Okay. Oh wow, Joey!
Woo,
Wow, Joey!
natural 20.
Wow, is that a hearing or seeing? Just out of curiosity.
I think naturally you would more go towards hearing.
Give me an idea of where the three of you physically are. You don't have to be together necessarily.
Nave would be wandering around, just watching the other people do stuff, not really interacting with anything, just keeping an eye open for just
Okay.
every now and then just pops up somewhere. Nowhere specific.
Sure. How about Odin and Cade? Odin and Chrono, excuse me.
Chrono was floating above the display beforehand, and he found it interesting, like everybody's abilities that he witnessed do that display. So I think he would just keep up there and just kind of float around and just keep an eye on his team, kind of learning about them.
Okay.
Loki and Thor, they went completely away, right? Or did they come? Okay. Because if they were still around for him, he would hang out with them. But if not, he would just be sitting off eating some food.
Okay, at the food station. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what happens. The parade has started, and there are these beautiful looking like floats that have hovering over them these giant lantern looking things. They almost look like jellyfish, but they're supposed to be like big lantern looking things. And a huge array of colors, bright lights. People are oohing and eyeing. Beautiful, beautiful display. So everyone's like watching this festivity going on. It's probably like one of the main events, main attraction of the festival. And I'm gonna say that Ave, through all of the hustle and bustle, there's fireworks also firing, but even with all of the noise and all of the heavily sensory things that are happening around you, you hear the sound of gun firing, a gunshot of some sort. What do you do as soon as you hear a gunshot, which does not sound like a firework?
Do I know in which direction it would be?
Because of a natural 20, it sounded like it was coming from somewhere in the city, like maybe in one of the buildings nearby on the city. Hard for you to directly pinpoint.
All right. Okay. Immediately reaction. Yeah, there's a gunshot, and he probably knows that yellow is somewhere off, probably not because of the gunshot. So he's just gonna.
It doesn't sound like Yellow's gun. Yeah.
He's gonna
Yellow's
illusion
gun
like
doesn't actually make noise.
Oh. There you go.
Has a silencer on it.
So he's gonna illusion like an alarm.
Okay.
For the entire thing, and just duck. Yeah, it's gonna start making alarm sounds, and then just duck.
The alarm actually says duck, duck, duck.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna put up an alarm. The problem is, again, everything is so distracting right now. Like there's the floats, there's the fireworks. So the alarm will probably sound pretty loud, but unless you're really, really close to where you are, people probably wouldn't even like notice it. And even if they heard it, they probably would just think it's part of the show, like to some degree. And I'm gonna say that Odin, you're eating something at one of the food vendors, and the noodle guy that was the grumpy noodle guy that was serving you ramen, you actually see what looks like a red dot like appear, I would say not on his forehead, but a red dot appear like here on his...
So I was about to say, so Odin has the actual interrupt feed. Not interrupt, the actual feed
Intercept.
So
Okay.
once per round, I can intercept someone.
Yeah.
So seeing a red dot, I instantly interpose,
Okay.
knowing there's going to be probably a shot.
So let me know if this sounds fair. You rolled a 2. I was going to at least give you enough of a chance to see it happen, but not let you react because you rolled really low. Like, I'm trying to give you like context of what's happening.
Okay.
But I wouldn't let you be able to like get in the way. At least not in this instance.
All right.
If that's okay. just because you rolled really low. So what you end up seeing, you unfortunately you didn't. Your awareness, your perception wasn't good enough to actually allow you to stop the bullet. But presumably this person gets hit, and when he gets hit, it doesn't seem to like hurt him at all. But starting from where he got hit, his body starts to transform and look almost pixelated and blocky. And the guy's like looking at his hands and he starts cursing and it says, What's this? What's happening to me? And then he turns into this blocky person, pixelated, almost looking blocky person. How do you react with that?
So,
Oh no, it's missing no.
It's missing no.
He's taking his revenge.
with this, I think Odin goes, "Oh no!" and you allow me to do an action.
I'll allow you to do an action, yeah.
He goes, "Gun gear, form change, form 3, spear of bitter mercy." And you see, so the round, like, you see the picture of Odin. He has like a round part of a spear that transforms into like a silver metal tip, and his body goes from golden purple to complete beautiful silver.
Okay.
And now he has super speed.
Okay, good.
And hold on, and I think my movement is, let me look at the mutants of mastermind size ranking. I got up to complete 10, so I have 4 miles of movement.
Wow. Like in a round?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, super speed. Cool.
Yes, and
That's
I reduce all time checks by 10 ranks.
Okay. Okay. So okay, do you have time to do anything else with this person who just turned to a blocky mass?
I kind of do I have a movement and action, or is it just the action?
I think in this moment you have an action in this moment, which you can turn into a movement if you want.
All right. Well, no, like I use the action to transform, so that's how.
Oh, I see. So I guess you have a movement left then.
Yeah.
Then you have movement left.
Yeah. So he's gonna zip around and try to find everyone. I assume I can with my speed.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, Cade, you actually see, because your perception wasn't that great either. You actually see someone relatively close to you also turn into a pixelated blocky mass, as well, and at the same time, as you see the person transform in a blocky mask, there's another gunshot. I don't know if you hear it or not, but there's another gunfire, and then the blocky mask.
I do have super hearing.
Oh, you do have. Okay, so you hear another gunshot, and the blocky mask shatters into. I'm just gonna say it. It shatters into a bunch of Lego blocks. Okay. They basically turn into Lego blocks.
Okay. If this changes anything, I do have hearing that's 10 times as good, and then it's also supernaturally precise. So I can know exactly where the sound came from.
Yes. The problem again is there's a lot of fireworks and a lot of noise, so you're probably hearing a lot of things. You're probably I would even dare say you are sensory overloaded with tons of noises right now, which means that I will at least tell you that it sounds like it's coming from the buildings, like in the city. Where exactly, it would be hard to pinpoint just because of all the sheer noise that's happening around you.
I will turn on my heat vision and look towards those buildings.
Nice.
And see if I can see any signatures.
Yes. That's very smart. Go ahead and roll a perception scene.
Really terrible.
Okay.
12.
No, you're not going to see anything like out of the ordinary currently where you're at within the buildings. Ave, I'm just kind of curious, what are you doing? Because you heard a noise, you did the alarm. I'm going to assume that Gabe probably will get to you first because he sees the alarm. Not Gabe, that Odin sees you first. So Odin, if you want to go talk to Ave, you may.
So I'm basically just doing it to get all the heroes to alert them, because I have a 4 mile and I reduce it by 10, so it's like.
Right. But you still probably have to
Yeah.
talk to them.
Yeah,
you
I
probably
know.
have to
Yeah.
wait to talk to them.
Imagine if I just say something. Wait, what? No,
Yeah.
he stops and he's gonna start with cave. He goes, "Okay, someone got shot. Turn the blocks."
Yeah. Okay. I'll see what I can do.
That way, don't worry.
Is there?
I'll find the others.
Before you go off, both Gabriel. Sorry, this is so confusing. Odin and Knave, you both visually see someone relatively close by also has a dot like pointed towards them. Which if you want to intercept, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
If you want to.
I'm gonna do that one.
All right, do you have to roll for that?
No. And what it does is like if they go to hit, and if it's like, oh, I hit them, I intercept, and I just take the hit instead. So I just have to roll a toughness or whatever check it is.
Go ahead and roll. Yes.
So it's a toughness.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Odin's gonna be a block.
I'm blocking. I'm blocking. See?
Yes, you're blocking.
Oh.
Okay.
21.
So you do get hit because you're still taking the hit, right?
Yeah.
Now, in terms of toughness, it doesn't hurt you per se. It doesn't hurt you, but it does start to make you blocky. Now, the nice thing is, because of your toughness, you're not going to be so brittle that you're just going to shatter the next time you get hit. So you're a bit tougher than that. But at least aesthetically, you are now this Lego, basically Odin, but like if somebody had a Lego set and built Odin out of Legos.
Gotta make these.
That's what
Sell them.
That's what you look
They're gonna
like.
sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's like in 180p right now.
Yeah, including your spear. Your spear is also like made of Legos as well.
Man, it looks better.
Is there an announcer or something that's just yelling out? Hey, has a microphone or something?
Livestream has one.
And I'm
If you
gonna
want to
teleport.
find him.
Yeah, I'm gonna search for live stream. I'm gonna
Yeah.
teleport as soon as I see him teleport.
Livestream right now, he's basically kind of the person who's sort of on the PA, like announcing, and this float is this, like check out this group is whatever. So he's sort of announcing everything. So you're welcome to just teleport and interrupt him if you want, because everyone does.
How far away would he be? How far away would he be?
I would say, realistically, where would you physically be right now?
Somewhere center where the parade is somewhere, but I can have a good view of the parade. So maybe, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you decide something.
I just changed the
along those
map, by
lines.
the way. Just so you know, you all are here. This is where the pond is. So,
Okay.
and then the parade is like all around the streets.
You want us to play this
So
one?
I will say that for the people who either heard something, like where it came from, it seems like it's coming from this part of the city, like this direction, or this quadrant, I guess. Which specific building, what specific floor, that's for you to figure out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I would like, if I teleport here,
sure.
does that diminish the sound at all?
Yes, because you're away from the parades. Yes.
So I'll teleport there, and I want to attempt to use my infrared vision and superhero to try and pinpoint this sniper.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of people in these buildings, so you're going to see a lot of heat signatures. It's not like the buildings are abandoned. However, you do see something like the heat from a weapon. The interesting thing is you basically can see the heat from a weapon in this building over here, but you're not getting heat signatures from whoever is wielding said weapon for whatever reason.
Cool.
Just as FYI.
So what's the distance between here and here?
It looks like it's a block. So a block is roughly what? What's a block? Like mile-wise? Like a 20% of a mile?
Yeah.
20%? I guess? A fifth of a mile?
Hold on, let me.
Let's see.
I forget
It's
distance.
0.05 of a mile.
Oh wow.
Okay, a general block. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a relatively large block too, but
You can say it's like
you can presumably teleport to the building. Yes. Because I think
I'm
your
trying to
distance...
think of how I can communicate with my allies real quick. I swear I took like something to communicate, but I'm not finding it on my character sheet right now.
to be fair, Odin's just zipping around getting everyone, and with my long speed, eventually I'll run into you.
If you find me, I'll let you know where it is. But
I don't know if you necessarily know that he's out of the festival. Yeah. He's not in the festival anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my question then is, okay. So, sorry, finish what you were doing, Sage. You were, what's happening with Kate at the moment?
I just really thought I had something that could communicate telepathically, but I'm not seeing it. So, since I can't communicate, I think I'm just gonna go for it.
Okay.
I think I'll teleport to that weapon. Behind it.
Okay, that's fine. Before we resolve that, I want to know what's going on with Yellow, because Yellow's the only one not accounted for. So, Yellow, I think that again, you were so busy having this deep conversation with Canal that you don't know about what's going on until a very Legoized Odin appears in front of you. Here's the problem, Odin. You notice though, since you're moving so fast, little Lego blocks. You're leaving this trail of Lego blocks behind you, and so you're actually like down to, I guess, half up your lower leg. Not quite up to your knees, but to your lower leg. So you're shorter now, and you're like, and trails of Lego blocks are behind you, and you feel
Are they running towards you, or are they just stationary?
No, they're just stationary.
Okay.
They're off your leg now, unless you want to rebuild your leg. You can continue running really fast, but the faster you run and the more distance you cover, the more pieces of yourself are being left behind. FYI.
I'll get up again. I have a lot of movement and speed.
Okay.
It goes. Okay, guys. Gunfire, turning people into blocks.
Excuse me? Who are you?
I am the mighty Odin!
I don't think we have time for introductions. You've actually met each other before. What's going on? Blocks? Why are you playing with...
As you say, I'm the mighty Odin, and you put down your spear. Lego pieces of your spear break off from the end. And you start putting them back together. Okay.
Would this be an effect linked to his damage, or is this a condition that has been applied to him?
It's a condition that's been applied.
Okay.
It's a status effect. He has a status ailment.